Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Art Adventures. Hey, it is day 13 of Inktober, and today's word for the prompt was Dune or Dunes. So obviously, the only thing I could come up with was a sand dune. I don't know if that's if there's any other meaning for that word, but that's what I came up with. So I decided. What I was going to do pretty early on. I knew that I wanted to do a Star Wars character, but I was going to do the Mandalorian. And then I was like, you know what? People are probably going to do Mandalorian. And even though Boba Fett, it's pretty much the same thing. They're bounty hunters. They kind of look similar. I was going to, all right, cool. Let me do the, Boba Fett. But to get them into I guess, a sand dune area. I was like, all right, well, then I have to think about what landscapes they've been in, which landscapes have, these sand dunes or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I know Luke Skywalker's from Tatooine, which is known for the sand dunes and the two suns in the galaxy, the two setting suns. And so I decided to go with Tatooine, and I don't think either of those two characters have ever shown up at Tatooine, talking about the Mandalorian or Boba Fett. So what I decided to do was go with R2D2, which I know has been there, and considering R2D2 is a droid and is already kind of in the Among Us character shape, I decided to go with R2D2. So that's what I ended up going with. Now, I drew this pretty early on in the day, which typically I've drawing them around lunchtime or later in the day. This one I ended up drawing like pretty early on. And now I'm here, at lunchtime doing the inking and the video for that. And what I noticed is I went on Instagram and a lot of people are doing R2D2. So this is probably the one time that I can say, dang it, prematurely picked R2D2, but I knew what I wanted to do, so kind of bummed out that so many people are drawing R2D2, but it's all right. It is what it is, As far as this drawing goes, I'm going to do all of these straight geometric lines and the detail in R2D2 with the fine liner. The only thing else that I'm gonna do here with this brush pen is the actual sand dunes themselves, just because I want it to be more organic. So I don't want it to I guess the sand dunes be the same line weight, but try to get as much irregularness as possible, if that's a word, irregularness. But yeah, I'm going ahead and doing these sand dunes from Tatooine, from Star Wars, which is where Luke Skywalker grew up with his aunt and uncle. They ended up getting taken out by those sand monsters. I don't know what their names are, but and then that is where he met Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan kind of took him in and started training him as a Jedi, knowing his potential. And then that is where all the scenes of Jabba the Hutt have shown up. And that is where his kind of army of gangsters are. Tatooine. Just to give a little bit of background on the actual planet itself. All right, so there's the sand dunes in the background. I'm gonna lay that down. I'm gonna go grab my fine liner and get to work on a little bit of detail here. I got some detail here in the background. I don't even know what kind of background or what kind of detail. This is just like a far away, almost like a satellite radio tower or something in the background. So there's not really any detail in the actual picture. It's pictures or movie. I'm just kind of doing some detail just to kind of fill it in. I'm not going to outline the moons because I just want them to be the color that they are. Not the moons, the suns, the twin suns. But I'll go ahead and finish up this background and then jump into the actual body itself. A fun drawing. I've painted R2D2 before in the past, a long time ago. But it's been a long time. Anyways, yeah, I've done R2D2 in the past. One of my favorite Star Wars characters. I don't really necessarily like the new droid that's in the newer movies, the Disney movies. Not really too fond of them. But R2D2 and C-3PO, the originals, really like those characters. This drawing is gonna kind of come alive a lot more once we color it. It's gonna look a lot better than what it is right now. Just kind of a bunch of shapes right now. Not really too much form to it, but once we color, it's gonna look pretty good. Some of these lines are just so lightly. I don't even remember what it is that I have to draw. Kind of hoping I did it correctly. But yeah, again, I am kind of bummed that so many people thought of doing R2D2 on Tatooine. But it is what it is. I mean, can't win them all. I've been trying to be unique and do my own thing and not do what is really repetitive from a lot of other people. So kind of taking my time to really choose what I want to draw instead of just jumping straight into it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I got to be the first one to post. You know, they post a day early or something, whatever it is. But I just want to be unique and different from everybody else. So with that being said, hopefully tomorrow's will be better. Dune is a pretty, I mean, besides sand dunes, like what else do you draw with the word dune? So that's a tough word to be unique on, which I kind of get why everybody's kind of leaning towards Star Wars, but everybody needs a good Star Wars drawing in their life as an artist. So here we go. Star Wars it is. And trying to draw these super geometric shapes by hand with no ruler. I mean, you get what you get. It is. These are not the straightest lines, but it is what it is. It's how we practice. Keep doing it. All right, I think that might be it besides the two suns. Yep, that looks like it might be it. So I'm gonna give this glass a little bit of detail to give it some shape and some roundness. We're gonna call that one done. Here's my R2D2 on Tatooine for Inktober day 13, which is prompt word is Dune. So I went with sand dunes from Tatooine, R2D2. All right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Peace.